Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Friday, 23rd February 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group, St. Kitts and Nevis' Attorney General says mechanism in place to deal with citizens who commit international crimes. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's a service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Attorney General of St. Kitts and Nevis, Garth Wilkin, in responding to international reports of a Chinese woman with St. Kitts and Nevis citizenship allegedly involved in money laundering, said the government has a system to address situations like these, which can lead to the revocation of citizenship. Andre Huey of SKN Newsline reports.
While not addressing the incident in the UK specifically, the Attorney General spoke of the establishment of a unit to liaise with international organizations such as Interpol and the CIA to relay information pertinent to such investigations.
What I can tell you is that the national security apparatus has a system when notification is received of incidents like this. The St. Kitts and Nevis citizen, their passport can either be revoked and potentially a process can be started which could lead to the revocation of that person's citizenship. This has become an important international issue, and what the Ministry of National Security has done, as the Prime Minister has indicated at the most recent Prime Minister's press conference, is that the Ministry has set up a Continuing International Due Diligence Unit, SID unit, which is going to be launched very soon, within the next few weeks, and will be led by a senior Kittitian law enforcement professional. And the purpose of that unit is to liaise with international organizations like Interpol, the FBI, CIA, etc., to be the channel for any information about St. Kitts and Nevis citizens living abroad who are alleged to commit any form of crime, whether it be local crimes in their particular country of residence or international monetary crimes, wherever that person is located. And then a investigation is conducted, and if there's a need for the SID unit to recommend to the Prime Minister that a person's passport should be revoked or the process should be started for that person's citizenship to be revoked, the SID unit will make that recommendation.
Sky News in the UK reported that a Chinese citizen with a St. Kitts and Nevis passport is allegedly involved in a money laundering case in the UK and is currently on the run. The report, published on Monday, February 19th on the Sky News website, said a former Chinese takeaway worker, Jian Wen, age 42, is on trial for acting as a front person to help launder some of the profits of a £5 billion investment fraud carried out in China by a woman named Zimin Qian between 2014 and 2017. According to the report, Wen told the jury that Qian came to the UK using a false identity, Yadi Zhang, on a St. Kitts and Nevis passport. She fled the UK a day before she was to be interviewed by police on September 1st, 2020. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Over in Trinidad and Tobago, Professor Selwyn Cudjoe is calling for the Twin Island Republic to declare 2024 a year of crime in order to have complete focus on treating with the issue. Alicia Boucher of TV6 News has some details.
Sir Selwyn Cudjoe says, despite party affiliation, it is important to speak up on the issue of crime and criminality, and each individual must actively participate in mitigating the problem.
Trinidad and Tobago should declare 2024 the year of crime, in which we direct all of our energies, resources, and insights to end this crime wave. In this way, we signal to the population that making the country safe is the primary business of the entire nation and everyone in that nation. It's not the exclusive concern of government, the police, the army, or the magistrates. It's a concern of all of us.
In addition, the professor believes that a national and bipartisan consensus must be reached on how the country would address crime.
To investigate crime problems, we must go to the community where people live, where they can offer their ideas freely in their own setting, speaking with one another as a family.
But the scholar highlights the importance of a judiciary that functions efficiently, as he states that no case should take over a decade to be concluded.
The time is ripe, to hold the judiciary to account in the administration of justice. To do so, we must allow them unfettered access to financial resources and also to the consolidated fund.
He is also weighing in on the Salaries Review Commission's 117th report, which proposes an increase for the President, members of Parliament, including the opposition leader, and Prime Minister, and would take the Prime Minister's salary from approximately $59,700 monthly to $80,000.
The minimum wage is how much? $20. And you multiply 20 by 8 hours a week, and 8 by 5 days a week. The average person making how much? About $3,200. But the SEC, you can't blame the fella because they have a new thing. Gonna get something, how much? Yes, oh God, don't make me. I know the salaries were a commission, but don't make my life with them thing. Let's keep the substance of the thing going. All right? I'm talking about the disparities. Because if a man don't have something, he gonna thief.
And opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar is making it clear where she stands on the issue.
I'll tell you this. That is a matter for the government. The opposition has no say. I said in Parliament last Friday, let the opposition have its say. What happens? The government has its way. That is how the Parliament works. So that is for the government to decide where they want to go. But if it were me, I wouldn't go down that route. I wouldn't go down that route at all.
Persad-Bissessar admits that parliamentarians do work hard.
But it also covers people like councillors. It covers all the senior public servants who work very, very, very hard. All is about a few hundred people. They should benefit from it. You could leave us at the top. Leave Rowley, no. Okay? Kamla, no. The president, no. But give the rest of public servants, give it to them. Give it to them.
Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick.
In association with our friends at
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Bahamas' Minister of National Security, Wayne Monroe, addresses the ankle monitoring contract. ZNS News provides some details.
Well, the opposition accused of deceit, and this amid concerns over the competence of the firm granted the contract for the ankle monitor program. National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, was responding to the views of opposition members, including its former leader and former Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, who recently told Parliament the Prime Minister's own concerns was an admission the firm could not manage the process properly.
So unless Dr. Minnis was lost in space or not paying attention, he would have had to sign off on the award of the contract. The company was actually the major shareholder, is a former police officer. Based on my 30 years experience, he's an ardent F&M. And I don't know that that was the cause for the award of the contract. Persons' political persuasions don't move me. But it is really dishonest for somebody who awarded a contract to someone to say that they don't know who the owners are.
Monroe's comments come as Metro Security Solutions has been given a 30-day timeline to correct deficiencies or another company could get the contract. And this in the face of complaints that individuals being monitored have been removing or committing crimes while being monitored.
Ministry, over the course of every service provider for ankle monitors, there are a litany of complaints. In every instance, the complaints are drawn to the attention of the provider, and they're given a time to make good on any complaints and deficiencies. As I say, that's a matter where the police wrote to them. I would expect that they will respond to the police. And if they do not satisfy the police, then I would expect that the police will have recourse to the ministry.
President of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, was the honored guest at the special joint sitting of Parliament on Wednesday in St. Lucia. He is on the island for the 45th Independence Anniversary celebrations. Zane Romulus of the DBS News World has more.
Wednesday saw a special joint sitting of the Senate and Lower House as they welcomed Guyanese President Dr. Irfan Ali, who is here to be part of St. Lucia's 45th Independence celebrations.
Your visit here today is more than a symbol of the warm and friendly relations that the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and St. Lucia have enjoyed since our independence 45 years ago. It is also a celebration and a reaffirmation of the deep fraternal bonds that have existed between our peoples for over a century.
In his address, President Ali underscored the shared ties between the two countries despite the distance between them.
The relationship is deep-seated, as it is blood in nature. Many St. Lucians and Guyanese share the same blood, the same parentage, the same heritage. And that, for me, speaks to a bond that is unbreakable. That is why, for us, it is not strange that St. Lucia continues to support Guyana sovereignty and territorial integrity, and that St. Lucia stands strongly with Guyana in defense of our territorial integrity and sovereignty.
The Guyanese president also addressed the luncheon of the St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, where he spoke to business leaders on the prospects for the Guyanese economy and how St. Lucian business people can be part of its growth and success. He also held dialogue with members of the Guyanese community in St. Lucia. For the DBS News World, I am Zane Romulus.
There are questions over promotions within the prison service in Trinidad and Tobago, including its leadership, as 5 officers, including Acting Commissioner Diopasad Ramota, were elevated to the rank of Senior Superintendent. However, with the sitting Acting Commissioner not topping the merit list from the Public Service Commission, uncertainty now permeates among the rank and file of the prison service. CNC3's Otto Carrington has been following this story and brings us this report.
Who is the most senior officer in the prison service? This question was answered by the Public Service Commission in January, as 5 senior prison officers were elevated to the rank of Senior Superintendent of Prisons. The group included Acting Prisons Commissioner Diopasad Ramota. However, he did not top the list but came in second. The officers held interviews last December and was given letters of appointment on January 30th. The name that topped the list was Carlos Carraspi. Then came Acting Commissioner of Prisons Diopasad Ramota, Hayden Ford, Sherwin Bruce, and Felix Alexis. Sources allege that the candidates were not given the mandated 14 days to contest the list, as per regulations. Acting Commissioner Ramota has a history of legal action against the Public Service Commission. Injunctions were obtained in the past over issues related to the selection processes and interviews for various positions within the prison service. The latest action involves allegations that the PSC's decision to conduct a new selection process and interviews for the Deputy Commissioner position disregarded Ramota's seniority and merit ranking. Despite the ongoing legal proceedings, Promotions within the prison have resulted in Carlos Carraspi becoming the most senior officer. And this means because he's the most senior, he should be able to act. The final decision regarding the commissioner's position rests with the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley. Until then, Ramuta will continue in his acting capacity. When approached for comment, Acting Prisons Commissioner Deoprasad Ramuta declined to provide a statement to CNC3 News. Similarly, President of the Prison Officers Association, Gerard Gordon, said he was aware of the matter, however he refrained from further comment. Efforts to reach Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines for comment proved unsuccessful. Otto Carrington, CNC3 News.
I am Eddie Frederick, wishing you a restful weekend. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean.
In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.